Good morning, and welcome to Weird Austin Morning, the show dedicated to making sure you know how cool Austin is. We are on a mission to do something uniquely Austin every day and to share those experiences with you. Every week, we visit classic Austin stomping grounds, we discover new things to do, we listen to Austin music, and talk with cool Austin friends. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we hope you're having a weird Austin morning. We are working on a comprehensive guide to Austin's favorite street party, First Thursdays on South Congress Avenue. Every first Thursday of the month, businesses along South Congress band together and make a walking street party where you can mingle and check out new places. This first Thursday, we're exploring the South Congress Hotel. So if you start at the South Congress Hotel, they're getting ready and set up. There are some inside lounge areas you can hang out and order drinks and listen to the DJ. And there's an outdoor plaza with a stage. Here's a band setting up. And they have pop-ups, different pop-ups where you can taste different liquors. And I believe every week is different. The hotel is just really cool. The area, it looks like it could pack in a lot of people. This tequila's tagline says, "Born in Mex and raised in Tex." So it's a small batch tequila, just something cool. I believe they had an option. If you sign up to their Instagram, you get a free drink. Who doesn't love a pop-up? Especially a tequila pop-up. So when the South Congress Hotel is setting up, they put up barricades and a line does start. We're going to figure out the best way to get in line, but we did discover that at May Day they have a fast pass where you can skip the line. The entry for that is $45, and it seems to be from the website you get a drink and you get appetizers included. Now, the May Day Fast Pass on First Thursday will be a ticket that you can purchase the week of the event. They do not take dinner reservations on First Thursday because they're committed to the First Thursday event. So I would recommend contacting them and figuring out the best way to plan purchasing your ticket. And once they go live, I'm not sure how fast they sell out. So it's something to check ahead of time before you show up to party on the street. However, it's something we will be investigating this summer and try to figure out if that is the coolest, most fun way to experience the South Congress Hotel live band DJ hangout out in the lobby event. Now, if you go down to the street to the Austin Motel, this place looks really cool to hang out on a first Thursday. When you come to the Austin Motel, you can grab a drink in the lobby, and looks like they have Mad Dog 2020. How cool. They have a tiki bar in the back, a little shop in the front. They have tons of gifts, a variety of snacks, and a lot of different gifts and things for your pool needs. If you need some suntan lotion, if you need some sunglasses, if you need a trucker hat, they have pool toys. Just a lot of cute souvenirs you can always give to somebody that deserves an Austin souvenir. The vibe in here is really fun and casual and easy. And the shirts, all the design of everything is so cute. Now when you go to the Rockies bar in the back, when you walk in the back, there are a ton of misting fans and places to sit. You can order a tiki drink from the bar in the back. And this is the Jungle Cat. They do have really cute tiki cups for the experience. The Tiki DJ party is really cool, and there is also a party at the pool, which we will go over there in a second. And I'm here about 5 o'clock getting an idea of how busy is it. Here is the DJ setting up. And really things are just setting up and getting started about 5 o'clock. And it's just an open, airy, fun motel. Here is a view of a back seating area, a view from some of the hotel rooms, of the pool. On First Thursdays, there is going to be a hot dog stand set up, and they do have a car show. So they organize some people with some really cool cars to park all around the motel so people can check them out. The car show really added to the vibe of the day. The Corvette was probably the coolest one. I mean, this really seemed like a truly Austin experience that might be worth starting your First Thursday experience at. Now, every First Thursday is going to be a little bit different on South Congress Avenue. So when you have chosen your places that you definitely want to go, be sure to check out the website or call ahead and get all the instructions of what's going down that day. Parking's always a concern. I feel like if you get here early enough, 5 p.m., and kind of decide you want to get your car parked and settled and then start walking around, that's not a bad idea. There are public parking garages and public parking spaces. You just have to read all the signs. I really recommend just taking a practice route, get comfortable knowing exactly how to park on South Congress. So now we're going to take a walk into the pool bar area. You can't get passes to use the pool without being a guest at the hotel, but on First Thursdays, the pool has open hours so anyone can come and swim. This is a great opportunity to hang out at the Austin Motel pool. They have towels up there. Order a drink and pick a spot and start hanging out at the Austin Motel pool. They have seating, first come, first serve, and in that little grass area is where a band will play, and these cabanas are the band's green room. I'm making a guide with the best timing to jam-pack your first Thursday with as much fun as possible to check out all the shops and restaurants and do all the things South Congress Avenue. So as we work on this story, we will be sharing with you everything we learn. Now, Austin has regular coffee shops, but we also have Kick Butt Coffee. Kick Butt Coffee has all the normal coffee shop things you could want. Sandwiches, ready to grab and go. Coffees, espressos, lattes, sodas, juices. They have warm breakfast, so breakfast tacos, and they have quesadillas, they have pizza, they have burgers. There are all kinds of things to order at Kick Butt Coffee. You can always grab a cookie if you just need a sweet treat. And they sell coffee and Kick Butt Coffee merch. But what they also have, which makes it so cool, is a full bar with any drink you could ever want, and it's also a music venue, of course. On the weekends, they have day shows, and sometime around after 6 o'clock at night, Kick Butt Coffee becomes a full rock venue. It can hold 140 seated capacity and 200 standing capacity. And Kick Butt Coffee is truly keeping Austin's music scene alive. When shows begin, there is a door person waiting to take the cover, and you kind of just get used to that process. You can always come in and buy a drink if that's what you're wanting to do. But when you're coming to stay and hang out, sometimes there's a cover. There is a safe place to set up your band merch, and they do have a backstage area and green room for bands to hang out in. It is just an amazing coffee shop music venue. And they also live stream the concerts that are performed on their Facebook and YouTube pages. The sound here is just phenomenal. They have indie rock bands, punk bands, just anything you can think of. And they really do take extra care to make sure the shows are filmed well, the sound is great, that bands have great experiences. And it is just a gem in the Austin music scene. I'm so proud that we have Kick Butt Coffee. And welcome back to the newsroom. So we are working on 2 stories right now. One story is where can we sit and get drinks while we wait for the bats to come out? Because although it's cool to go to stand on the bridge, sometimes the bats don't always come out. So you might be just standing around for no reason. Bats usually come out during 30 minutes before sunset, and bat season is between March and November. Then the bats, they migrate south for the winter. The only time I've ever gone to the park to stand under the bridge to watch the bats come out, the bats did come out. So I've never experienced the pain of standing around waiting and then the bats don't show up. There are different reasons why they might not come out. Whether there are just certain things that the bats, I guess, just stay in their little hiding spaces. Or maybe they come out later in the night. I'm not sure exactly. However, there are times when you might be going to see the bats, and it might be a little bit of a headache if you park and you walk and you're sitting around waiting and they don't come out. So we were on a mission to find some cool bars to sit on the patio, on rooftops. We're going to figure it out. We've heard of two so far. The P6 rooftop bar at the Line Hotel, which I've never been to, and the Live Oak bar at the Four Seasons has a good Lakeview bar where you can sit and watch the water and I guess see a good bat show. Now you can rent a boat, you can rent a paddleboard, you can get on the water and see the bats. However, renting boats can be pricey, and you can stand in the park for free and watch, obviously. However, we're on the mission to find somewhere in the middle, something economical, something with a little ambiance, somewhere where we can sit, get a table, and maybe order a cocktail or maybe order an appetizer and wait for the bats to come out for that classic Austin experience. If you live here, you might not care. However, if you have people in town, I feel like this will be a great thing to know where to go and sit and watch the bats and have fun while you're waiting. So we're working on that piece. And if you have any tips for us, please write into the show. And the other story we're working on is parking at Zilker Park when you intend to just go take a dip in the pool. Barton Springs Pool opens at 5 a.m. and it closes at 10 p.m. There was some controversy the past couple weeks where they were going to close the park an hour early and close at 9 p.m. instead of 10 p.m. And I think people got upset and complained, and they reversed track on that idea to close an hour early because people do like to night swim. Now, I have been to Barton Springs Pool probably during a peak hour situation, so I'm sure it is very hard to find parking, and it might be a little bit of a stressful moment to figure out where to park if you just want to take a quick dip. If you just want to take a quick dip into some freezing cold spring waters, Barton Springs Pool is the same temperature year-round, so in the summer, it'll really cool you off. In the winter, it's a different experience, which people do go swimming in the winter in Barton Springs Pool. It is a classic New Year's Austin event if you go and take a dive into the pool on New Year's Day. There is a charge to park at Zilker Park, but they do have free shuttles and a free parking area that will shuttle you to the pool. So what I'm curious about is during the week, Barton Springs Pool, how's the parking? Is it pretty easy to go in and park and take a swim? Or is it still a mad rush trying to get that parking space? Now, I don't want to swim in the pool when it's dark. Even though they open at 5 a.m., I think I'm going to wait till sunrise to go in. Another tip is to wear swim shoes because there are salamanders and different things that are in the water you might not want to step on, and the algae situation. The rocks can get a little bit slippery. So one day this summer, during a weekday, we are going to report back to you what it's like going to Barton Springs Pool right at sunrise, which is about 6:30 a.m. right now. So watch out for that future story. Well, actually, watch out for both future stories. Thanks for hanging out in the newsroom, and now back to the show. Flying Threads is a custom embroidery, screen printing, heat vinyl transfer gift shop in Northwest Austin that is truly a helpful place. We got a sneak peek into the back room where they are making custom products just for you. If you want one thing custom embroidered, you can do that. Call ahead to figure out pricing. Sometimes there is a charge to making your art file when it comes to custom embroidery. can pick out different fonts, different monogram styles, do your own personal brand's logo. I mean, this is truly a customized experience if you need something embroidered. You can get a product from their gift shop and have it embroidered, or you can bring in your own item. They're really helpful and really flexible with whatever you might need. If you need something personalized, I recommend going and talking to them and seeing what they could do. A very popular item are baby gifts that are embroidered with the baby name, so you could bring in your own blanket, or you could grab something from them and have them do something. You'll have to talk to them about timelines and how fast things can be created. Customized dog collars seem like a really cute idea. They do have a lot of gifts to choose from. And they have a ton of trucker hats, all different colors, all different styles, and they have a ton of patches if you wanted to do a creative project with a trucker hat and design something cool. I think this is a really fun activity for teens to come in and make something truly unique that they'll love. Flying Threads, you've got to check them out.
you.